guys, I've dusted the deck and the brackets. So I have even dusted the wheels. I'll tell you what to do with the wheels next. So with the bearings, you could find all the dust sticking to it, right? So this is how you dust your bearings. So you just fold your cloth like this. Put your fingers, thumb and your index finger on either side. Place it like this and just rotate it. So it will wipe all the fine dust that is sticking to the oil which you used for lubricating this bearings. So it will dust it off like this. It will clean the bearing like this and it will catch to your clean cloth. Okay, so this is how you dust your bearings. And with the axle nut, you do it the same way, you know. So this procedure is important because like the soap water, the oil that you're going to apply later won't stick to your things, you know. It will be proper clean and clean. Okay, so now I'm going to dust everything completely. I mean, remaining 7 bearings and other spacers and axle nuts, and we'll come back to you guys. Okay, peace. So guys, I've finished dusting it off. I mean, like most of the things here. So I've come to the spacers. So with the spacers, these things are lying on the sides of your wheels, right? So unlike the spacer that is inside the wheel, whose inner walls are very clean, as you might observe, these the inner walls of the side spacers which are on the sides of the wheels will catch up with fine dust. So when you dust off the walls, your sides, you might have to dust off the inner walls of the spacers as well. So I just cone my cloth like this and put it inside and give it a small spin with my hand, and the inner walls of the side spacers are clean right now. Okay, hope you guys understand that. So now I'm going to go and dust rest of the spacers and come back. Meanwhile, if you have done, you know, like dusting all your bearings, now you can take your liquid where you have put your ethanol, you know, open that container and just drop your bearings, placing it onto the side of the container wall and gently let it slide inside the liquid. You don't want to be harsh because like it will spill if you're going to drop it heavily. Remember the crow's story, which will drop the stones inside the pot, you know, something like this. So drop it slowly, you know, placing onto the sides of the walls of the container, and just gently drop all your bearings inside the ethanol or the alcohol or the spirited liquid. Okay, and give it a small shake for the bearings to settle inside the container. Okay, now give it a little bit of shake so that the liquid will get inside the shield and to the bearings. Normally people would remove the shields of the bearings as well while cleaning. I know, like my bearings are little bit cleaner inside because like I am very useful to maintaining my Freeline skates very often. So like that's why I'm not removing the shields this time to clean my bearings. We'll look at that in a next video, some other video sometime. So for now, I'm going to drop my bearings like this inside this container, give it a gentle shake, and I'm going to place it aside for this to soak in the ethanol. So where were we? I'm going to clean the spacers and get back to you guys. Peace. So guys, I'm still cleaning the spacers. Meanwhile, let the wheels which we just dusted it off, you know, like I'm going to drop them in the soap water and let it soak for the time that we take to clean or dust off the other items. Okay, so I'm going to let the wheels to soak completely in the soap water. This we cannot do with the LED wheels because like it has some iron element inside that, so for which you might need to use the column or some sort of spray soap, or like touch your cloth with the soap water and wipe the dust off from that LED wheels. This one is like entirely plastic of just a couple of elements, plastic and polyurethane, so you can soak this in the soap water. So let this happen for some time, and I'll go ahead and clean the rest of the things. Okay, peace. So guys, I'm done cleaning or dusting off the decks and the brackets and all the 4 axles and 8 side spacers and 4 inner spacers and 4 axle nuts. Okay, I'm done with it while the bearings are still soaking in the ethanol. Okay, let's move to the wheels. Hope you guys don't mind if I'm going to move my tripod like this. You guys bear with the the camera shake and everything. So now it's the time we need the old toothbrush. Okay, so what I'm going to do is like I'm going to take the wheels and use the soap water to clean the wheel. You need to clean all the contact patch. Now that you have been using it for a long time, all the contact patches will be rough and it might be catching up with all the finest dust it could. Sometimes there could be a small grain of sand inside, so need to be careful. So you kind of clean your wheels and walls and side walls, contact patch, the lip profiles, everything properly. If you need more soap water, just drip your toothbrush inside and clean the wheels like this. This wheel has some grooves. I'm sorry, I moved it out of the camera angle. So this wheel has some concentric circles, has some design on the side walls on the lip profile, so might have to clean that as well. So like this, you might have to clean the wheels. Okay, this is plastic and this is polyurethane, so don't have to worry this being in the soap water. So now that I'm done with one wheel, I'm going to go ahead and clean all other wheels and get back to you guys. Okay, peace. So I forgot to mention one thing here, guys. So if you had remembered my video wherein I make my own build my own skateboard setup with the longboard tracks and the side core wheels from Oxalo Curve 540 board longboard, like that video, I would have told you guys like I'm going to clean my wheels and assemble it back to the skateboard setup, and I would have never shown you like how I am cleaning it. So this is the time you can see it. Like this is how I clean my wheels, and this is how I clean those side core wheels of the skateboard setup which you saw there. Those are the wheels from Oxalo 540 bird curve Oxalo Curve 540 board longboard wheels, like those are the wheels. So this is how I clean them too. Those are of side core wheels. I use the same brush and same sort of soap water to clean them as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this and come back to you guys. Peace. So guys, I'm done with cleaning the like wiping it with the old toothbrush, all the wheels and everything. So I'm done with the cleaning. I'm still letting it sit in the soap water for some time because I'm going to take some time to clean the deck as well. Okay, I'm going to use the same technique to wipe off all the dust that is sticking to the grip tape, so, and I'm going to let that water strain straight away to the soap water container itself. So this is how I clean my grip tape as well. There are grip tape cleaners separately sold, wherein you can clean it with the with a dry stroke, but I'm preferring some wet cleaning here because like this might contain some dust. So we might want to be careful with this axle nuts. Even the axle nut from the axle itself, where it holds the wheel, like these are just chrome coating, and these are not actual aluminum or stainless steel. Okay, so these are just iron nuts and axles with chrome coating, so you don't want to risk them wetting it because it might attract moisture and become rusty like this. I hope you can see this one is rusted a little bit here, so you don't want to mess with the nuts here. These are iron coated with chrome or aluminum, so you don't want to wet that too much. Okay, so just be careful. If 1 or 2 drops sits on those thing, doesn't matter, but wipe them off very quickly when you're done with the cleaning. Okay, so I take the dust off from the brackets. Brackets is also made of strong iron, probably forged, so I clean the aluminum deck and plates like this, the walls, side walls of the brackets, and I'm going to go with one more coating of soap water cleaning for the grip tapes. Hope you might have seen the grip tapes so pitch black, when I just unboxed these Freeline skates, but right now these are in a pretty bad state. So I'm done with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak my cloth in the clean water and just give it a gentle wipe and let all the soap water stain in the soap water container itself. That's dirty anyways. So once I feel like I've removed all the soap from the deck, I'm going to keep the wet cloth aside. Remember, we had some dry cloth as well, so I'm gonna wipe the deck with the dry cloth like this. And see that I removed most of the soap water from it, the moisture from it, and I'm gonna keep my deck aside. Okay, so that's where my deck sits. Okay, hope you can see. So there is one more deck to be cleaned like this with the soap water, and we have all the wheels to be cleaned with the clean water as well. So I'll show you what I do with the wheels. I'll just pick up the wheel which I cleaned it with the soap water, just let that sink inside the clean water here, and sorry, that was the wrong cloth, and then I just wipe it with the dry cloth. So I'll just put my finger inside the hole so that I could reach inside the inner walls of the core and clean it. So this is how I wipe my wheels, okay, from the soap water. So the wheel is also clean. Now that you have seen what I do with the wheels and the deck, I'm going to finish off this right side deck which is not cleaned with soap water, and I'm going to clean the wheels with the clear water and place it aside and come back to you guys. Okay, let's see what we can do after that. Peace. So guys, I've wiped off all the soap and by dipping it into the clean water, and even clean this wheels with the dry cloth, but it seemed to be having a little bit of water here. I'm sorry, I went off the camera. I'll wipe that as well. So you might have to check it because these holes might have some water inside, so you might want to clean that as well. So when I kept it upside down, the water came down due to the gravity. So I have wiped all my decks, brackets, I just dusted it off with the spacers on the axle and axle nuts. You don't want to wet them because of the chrome coating, and there are chances for this one to get rusty. So now that we have cleaned it, what's next? I'm going to dry them off. So let me not talk in between drying. I'm just going to put the dryer and dry the wheels and the deck. Okay, hope you can understand this. This is a very simple procedure. Sorry, I kind of went out of the camera frame. I'll see that I'll be in the frame. Okay, I'll mute the dryer's audio. For that you can watch this video a little pleasantly, because it'll create a hell of a lot of noise if you're going to watch it, with the headphones or through high volume in the speakers. Oops, there might be a power shutdown. No, it was like some loose contact. Okay, so I'm gonna go and do the same procedure again. So I'm gonna dry all the thing, like 4 wheels and couple of decks, even more properly, and get back to you guys. Okay, till then the bearings are still soaking in ethanol. I'm gonna give a gentle stir every now and then. Okay, I'm gonna let it soak for some more time. So guys, I took some 15-20 minutes time to dry off the decks, all the wheels, through the core, into the gaps and vents, everything that is there. So this set is completely dry. Okay, the bearings are still soaking in ethanol. This is really a mild solution, so I'm going to let it sit for some more time. I'm going to keep that aside. So look at me, all sweaty. Look at my hair, how it has gone. So hope you guys don't mind about my attire now, or the look. So everything is clean and dry right now. So what we are going to do is we're going to let the bearings soak for some more time, and I'm going to, after that, take out the bearings, dry them, apply lubrication oil, which is the swinger oil, which is the sewing machine oil, and then you're going to assemble the skates properly into one block. And as usual, we'll go for a test ride after that. Okay, hope you guys are fine with this. So let's do it after some time. Okay, I'll get back to you guys. Hot Vendaya Korambu getting ready. Made out of fenugreek leaves. Please.